the giant beast laughs at you, and soon you realize why, Roderick. This beast he chose for a very specific reason. He has 3 hearts and 3 center points. You need to rip his heart out 3 times to kill him. He has 3 souls inside that body. Really, Roderick. After watching you do that trick once, you're already so tired. Do you really think you can stop me? He opens his giant mouth open and tries to engulf the entire palace and all its rubble inside his mouth.
Jeez.
I'm gonna actually go there and I'm gonna finally get to use my one hold to block it.
Okay, you use your last hold to temporarily slow the beast down. You basically poke him on the nose and he jerks back for a moment and then lets out another angry roar.
Ah, ain't you forgetting someone?
Oh?
That rubble.
I'm gonna look at Alex. Alex, give me in. I need to get in. There.
By the
Ow.
way, this beast, you see that his mouth is covered with acid and other thick liquids. You wouldn't survive long in there.
I just want to kill him.
Not from
Looks-
the inside this time, bro.
Looks like it's a job for Elder Dragon.
Yes, let's destroy the city even more. Sounds great.
Let's go out with a bang.
At this point, Barnett looks over to his brother Marcus and says, Marcus, evacuate the people. You see, Marcus doesn't seem willing to take any orders. You care for these people just as much as I do. I know it. Deep down, you believe you're doing the right thing. I believe you. Save the people. Marcus just thinks about it for a second. Let me make a few rolls. That's the one part I always hated about you, brother. You never think of those around you. You always believe you're right and do what you think, never caring about the goddamn consequences. I'll finish my score with you later. As he says that, him and the 2 women that were with him retreat and start helping evacuate the city. Victor and Amo are still somewhere under the rubble. Buttermaster Feldon and Siegfried with his badass new armor are starting to make their way out of the rubble as well. What are you guys doing?
I tell Alex, there's 3 hearts. I have to get to 3 of them. I need an opening.
I'm gonna have to tip it over. But
Guys. Elder Dragon.
Go for it.
it's like
You don't
wait,
need their
it's like-
permission.
It's like we don't know what you're gonna
I'm just-
do unless you tell us.
Well, I was saying, I was like, guys, I can turn into an Elder Dragon. Remember?
Won't that
Alexander
destroy the
looks.
city?
By the way, is that actually how? Like we've seen it before. How big would she be in power?
She'd be a little
This
bit
thing
smaller.
is a little bit bigger than her Elder Dragon form. But keep in mind, she's not the
Yeah.
real Elder Dragon, she's just mimicking one. The real Elder Dragon that you fought and could destroy worlds, that's on a different scale.
Yeah, she can't.
Yeah, I
She's
know.
one of
What I
the
mean
most
is,
that thing was one of the most ancient ones. She's just a youngling compared to it.
She can't. She with
What
her
I'm-
presence, she won't be able to destroy the world.
Well,
What
she
I
can,
meant
but it's not gonna
was
be in one
how-
breath.
what I meant was, how big would she be? Like, would she crush another section of the city or something if she grew?
Well, yeah, she's gonna crush a few buildings.
Well,
It's
they're
like,
gonna
to
be
me,
crushed
though,
anyway.
It's like we're gonna have to wait until the evacuation, at least for a little bit.
By the way, there's plants here in the city, and Taliwa, you see that the friends you made earlier are starting to pay off. You see that giant vines are starting to grow and are trying to restrict the monster's motions. Even though it can't hold it in place, it can't really stop it. It's at least preventing more of the buildings from getting destroyed for now.
Alexander's gonna look towards Bernard. It's like, Bernard, we need to take out its legs.
Easier said than done. That thing is a devil fox. Even if we cut off its limbs, it's gonna regenerate them back
How fast?
very fast. We need to take out its hearts like Roderick said, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do all 3 of them. We're gonna have to think of something.
I can do it. He just yells. If it means my death, I will do this.
But we don't have anything that's big enough to take
By the
out
way,
all of its hearts.
Roderick, since you lost a level, keep in mind that you have to forgo 1 stat point and forgo 1 advanced ability.
I know.
You took a heavy toll for that price. But hey, you killed a Sullivan, good job. A lot of people would probably give you a medal for that.
I kind of feel vindicated about killing a Sullivan, but I'll think about that later.
But yeah, he's like, Bena, do we have anything that can pierce its chest?
Yes. He looks at you with a defiant smirk. I may not be a hero like you, not a real one, but I am good at divine magic. Better than you.
What can I say? Swordsmanship is the only thing you taught me. But I don't like you saying that you're not a true hero. Remember, this mark doesn't completely mean that we are the only heroes. He's gonna look towards Roderick and Talila. There are some without the mark. Anyway, now we have 2 hearts down. We need a third.
We have 1 heart. We'd have no hearts down. What are you talking about? Oh.
No,
Oh,
no, I
in
mean
theory.
like counting off. Yeah. So it's like, okay, Bane, I can take 1. You can take 1. I guess the last one would have to be Talila.
I can do it.
Well, you two are
Look, how do you
taking.
wanna
Well, you
start
3 are
handling
taking
this
care of
fight?
him. Yeah. You 3 handle him. I'll handle his little minions.
Alrighty.
Roger gets up shakily,
You know-
and he's gonna... Huh? Oh, you go.
Mm.
Guess you're gonna say something.
I was just saying. No, that's
Roger's
right.
gonna
carry
get
on.
out.
I'm just gonna say this now. Using your power 1 more time is probably going to completely destroy your body and kill you. So if you're gonna use it again, make it count. And also make sure that it's done when it's probably the last one, so you can help as much as possible.
Okay.
This, telling you right now, this will probably kill you.
Okay. Yeah, he's willing. I'm willing to do it.
So yeah, if you're gonna give your life, make sure it counts.
Yep. I'll say I will take the last one. I'm counting on you two. I look at Barnett and Talila. He's stealing himself.
Barnett stands next to Alexander. He's getting ready to cast his divine magic again. Are you ready?
Alexander nods.
As you guys are getting ready to chant, the beast is not gonna allow you, as if I'm gonna let you do that. He breaks through from the vines and gets his first one of his claws towards you guys.
I can't block that.
Talila?
Ha! Earth shield.
You summon a giant earth shield, but it's not strong enough.
Dang it.
A 9's not good enough. He breaks through the shield, and in this form he's extremely powerful. I mean, he just broke the palace, just getting bigger, so... Your earth shield doesn't manage to hold. However, somebody jumps in front of you guys and punches the giant monster in the fist to stop the next of its barrage. Basically, your earth shield softened his blow, and somebody else moved in to counter punch him.
Hey, look,
Sorry,
it's
I'm
your
late for the
girlfriend.
party. She twitches her ears as she says that. I see you guys have already begun. Hehe.
Alexander's gonna be like, does everybody know the way out of the underground now?
But everybody but us.
Were we the last to know about this?
She quickly sniffs out what's about to go down, so she actually jumps back and joins you guys. Barnett looks surprised because he doesn't know her, he doesn't know about her, and he definitely didn't expect that she'd know divine magic. But there you go, all 3 of you guys are chanting.
By the way, Alexander goes, meet my future girlfriend. He says as he's chanting.
She's
He's
very
basically
cute.
following
Kind of
his...
reminds me of someone, but that's, I think, is a tale for another time.
Yeah.
True.
I pray to you, my holy spirits, who purge all things in your boundless mercy. Lead me from the highest heavens and grant my tiny body the almighty power of the divine. Descend from the heavens and rule over the earth. Bring with you your boundless fury. War god strike. Ragnarok. And as you guys chant that, not just one giant Ragnarok blade pierces the heavens, but three. And they pierce and pin the beast into place. It howls out in pain as the beast loses one of its hearts. The divine blades literally crush it and pierce it into small bits. The beast starts to fumble around and smashes the blades apart, but you see a giant gaping wound in its chest where one of its hearts used to be. You will pay for
Toledo.
that.
You're up next. Time to get the other heart.
I will do my best. Now it's time for my attack. Yeah.
Remember, Elder Dragon.
Is the evacuation done yet?
Yeah, it's been a while, so the people are mostly out of
Yeah.
the way right now.
Elder
Hold 'em.
Dragon!
Roll for it.
I have to
You know
roll
what?
for it?
Oh wait,
She
you
didn't-
didn't roll for it.
She
Never
didn't have
mind.
to roll?
Never mind. Go for it.
Yeah.
Elder Dragon. Roar!
Yeah.
So,
rah!
that weird power of hers is like, if you focus on something, the thing you focus on, you never have to roll to be like that or something. It was really weird.
Yeah.
I saw it in the video,
But-
okay?
Yeah, do a quick. But yeah,
Okay.
now it's time. Rip out
I'm
his-
gonna
one of
rip
his
into the
hearts.
demon!
Okay, hack and slash it.
Rah!
Wow.
Nice. You want to do extra?
Sure.
Go for it.
I'm still putting a sound
So
effect
I
here that's
roll-
just like a dinosaur war.
Roll strength again.
No.
Or is
Just
it damage?
roll your damage plus a 1d6. No, wait. Never mind. You're an Elder Dragon. You don't need to do that shit. Okay.
Hey, you just do a shit ton of damage because
So,
you're.
let's see how good you manage to do. Okay, Taliwa, you start, you tumble with this beast left and right, and you bite off one of its arms. The beast lets
Yeah.
out an angry roar, but it gets a counter attack on you. It bites your
Fine.
neck, dealing
Oh!
56 damage to you.
I don't know how much that would be for my Elder Dragon form.
Your Elder Dragon form, if I remember, had 500 health.
Oh, it's fine.
Keep in mind that's piercing, so it goes through your scale.
It's fine. I had 500.
As soon as it bites into you, you feel the acid from his teeth sip into your body.
Ooh.
You don't know what that's gonna do yet.
Oh man, I want to try and get him off.
After the scuffle, the beast tumbles backwards, and you see that its limb gets covered in flames and quickly starts to regenerate.
Bite its arm out, bite its heart out, just rip a heart. Just
Rip
take it.
it! I'm gonna shove my face in it.
I can slash.
Shove my face!
Wanna deal extra?
Not this time.
She can't. Remember, she doesn't have to roll. Or she could just choose to do a
this
lot
she
more
can.
damage.
Oh wait, fuck! I forgot. Oh, no, wait, that doesn't apply anymore. Never mind. You try to bite into its heart, but you see it immediately. The beast immediately turns into a flame-based form. You cannot reach its heart. Your head goes inside its body and is enveloped in flames. Since you're an Elder Dragon, the flames do not affect you. But then the beast materializes on top of you,
shit.
and it bites again into the same area where it bit you last time. This time, since
How
your
the heck?
flesh has been wounded with the poison and the acid from its teeth, it deals double damage. So let's see what it does.
Oh,
I'm really confused. You're rolling good. How come she keeps getting attacked?
Because she's doing extra. Apparently.
no, not on the second one.
No. Her physical dragon form apparently cannot pierce through it. It's doing something to prevent her. Even though you can wound its body, it's just superficial.
Alex, you need to do it. You have to be the one to take it
Taliwa,
down when she's.
The
already done
giant
one.
beast bites off 128 of your HP.
Okay.
By the way, he's gonna
And now
look over
there's a
to
giant
Vena. It's
gaping
like,
wound on your neck. And he's on your back.
Tis but a scratch.
I don't understand what we need to do.
No, neither do I.
I'm
just
keeping it
fucking don't know.
distracted!
We need to
For
distract
what?
it so she can.
Attack.
She
No,
can
I'm
just
keeping
take.
it.
Oh. Well, I can only take one heart out because if I take one heart, I'm gonna die. I can't take two.
I'm gonna look over to
Yeah.
Baynard. It's like, is there any way to enchant her fangs or something?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. We used up too much power summoning those blades. I don't think we can do it again for the final heart. We're gonna have to find another way.
Can I try to throw him off? And
Yes.
pin him down?
Wait, are two hearts gone? Because if there's
No,
one.
one heart is down.
Yeah.
Right, so you manage to tussle with the beast. You get him off your back and you manage to, for the moment, slam him into the ground and you're on top of him. He lets out a roar again. His flames do not damage you, so you don't care about what he's doing
Right.
beneath you.
Rip into his flesh!
Okay, go for it.
Shit.
You bite into his neck this time, and you open a giant wound. He
Yeah.
reaches out with his claws and digs them into your neck again. He's basically trying to rip through your flesh and behead you at this point. Since again it's in the open wound, he's gonna deal double damage again. This time he only does 108.
Oh, only 108, you say.
It's
I
okay.
have
Still have
no idea
200
what's
health
going on.
left. It's all good.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm totally useless until this last heart goes.
Until the last
If it
heart.
does.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
And
gonna
none of us can do
keep
anything.
trying to get that heart.
You see that Barnett's really in the think tank trying to figure out what to do. He then smirks. Of course. Why didn't I think of this earlier? He looks towards his blade that he had put away. He then looks towards you, Alex, and smirks, because you should know what this blade is made of, right? This is basically the last remnants of the masterpieces that
Argus made.
Argus made, yeah. If there's anything that's gonna pierce its heart, this is it. We gotta get this heart through its chest somehow. Alexander.
I can throw, but not sure how that good.
Nah, that's not gonna work. We're gonna need to land a very solid blow. We're gonna have to get in between the dragon and the monster. And as you can see by now, Alexander, that's pretty much a death mission. So he looks over to you and says, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this alone.
Hmm.
I'll go
I
do it
guess-
because I'll be dying
No,
anyway.
Alexander's gonna
Here's
hold
the
out.
thing.
It's like,
Only him and Alexander can use the blade, however.
I know. I was just gonna
Oh,
try to give him.
also Siegfried. But he just made it out of the rubble and he seems a little worse for wear. That took a lot out of him.
hmm.
Battlemaster Theodon
But
just
yeah.
looks at this and says, fuck this. I didn't come here to die for this cause. I just came for the scuffle. And he just puts the battle axe on his back and casually walks off. Not interested anymore.
But
Of
yeah,
course he
Alexander
does.
holds up his hand for a sword. I've always wanted to kill a giant beast before.
It's not as fun as you think. He says painfully.
Baronet smirks as he gives you the blade over, and Siegfried gets up next to you guys, and Baronet just says, alright, what about you? He looks over towards Maya. Eh? This looks like fun, I'll stick around. He then
Roderick's-
says, alright, so,
Roderick is gonna step up too. I'll
Roderick.
help.
Roderick, I know this is a lot to ask of you, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the last heart if you don't do it.
I'll just.
I can do it!
I look at him and say, "I'll do it. You don't have no worry. You have nothing to worry about."
Alright, so this is what we gotta do. Alexander and Roderick have to make it to the beast alive. We have to make sure they get there no matter what. He looks towards the other two guys and says, no matter what. Like, you know what that means. If you have to die for them, you have to die. They both Siegfried and Maya just nod. Maya is more like, sure, whatever. She's like, I don't care. Like, she's not interested. Whatever.
Yeah, he's still. I mean, Roderick's still like wounded because like you see rents in his armor from the other time he did it.
Tell you what, hold that beast down as long as you can.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Okay, you managed to pin him down again. He's raging and becoming a giant fireball beneath you, but you don't give a fuck. The rest of you guys are, however, gonna have problems with it. Barnet immediately summons all 4 spirits. They take physical forms of all sexy ladies that I didn't prepare
course.
pictures for.
Of course they do.
As he charges forward with you guys, basically everybody uses barrages of wind, water to try and nullify the fires of these beasts so you guys can get closer. Roderick and Ash, roll plus dex.
Dexter.
Nice.
If this... yeah.
Good job.
Whoosh.
Okay, Talua, the beast is trying to struggle free again. What do you do?
Keep him pinned.
Go for it.
Remember, you
8.
got +1 from me.
No, 9. Oh, so it's a 10.
No, the +1 doesn't work anymore. She's a giant fucking dragon, dude.
She's
so it's
still
still 9.
intelligent.
9. Okay, so you managed to hold him down, but he's gonna take another giant chunk of your health. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, if you die in dragon form, you cannot shed. You're gonna die.
I accept.
He slams his... he rakes your neck again trying to behead you and falls short. He deals another 106 damage.
I ain't
Ouch.
dead yet, bitch!
You're wounded, you're
And-
bleeding.
oh, get off me. How dare you try to mock your god.
The only way you'll be getting off of me is by clawing over my cold dead corpse.
Did you say that in dragon form?
Rah.
Yes, in
Yeah, she
dragon.
can.
Ah.
Yeah.
Let's do this, boys.
Okay, Alexander and Roderick make another dex roll.
Oh dear.
Fuck me. No, I fuck up. I'm dead. I
Roderick,
think.
Siegfried manages to protect you with his wind powers, but he gets a nasty burn, so he is out of the running. Only 4 of you
Okay.
guys are trying to get closer to the beast.
Oh, I had +1, so it was just 9. I'm sorry, I forgot to add that one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still
Okay.
not a 10, so... Right. Talua, the beast is trying to get up again.
I won't let him! You fool!
Okay, you managed to hold him down firmly. Right, make one more dex roll, Willem and... I mean Roderick and Ash. And Alexander. Jesus. Perfect, right. So... since you managed to make it okay there, you still gotta get up there somehow. Mia actually flunks all of you guys up there with her brutish strength. Roderick, you're flanked a little ways off because you've got a different target than the one Alexander and Barnet are headed for.
Okay.
Alexander, you can slash with your blade. You're basically like a bullet right now. You gotta try to pierce its heart.
Hell
So yeah, go for it.
What, you want me to hack and slash? That thing's probably massive.
No. Yeah, that's kind of part of the problem. Since you're flying, it's not a dex roll, it's a strength roll. You basically gotta pierce through it hard enough. You're already flying, so
But then it wouldn't count on my strength, would it?
strength, go strength.
Oh dear, I'm not gonna make this.
8.
Have more faith.
Yeah, you managed to pierce the flesh, but it's not a fatal wound. The beast roars out, and its flames start to engulf you. However, unfortunately, you didn't manage to get the heart. As the flames start to engulf you, Barnet grabs you from behind and yanks you back, throwing you away, and he tanks the flames for you. He falls to the ground covered in flames. You don't know what happened to him, because he is obstructed from view right now.
Mm-hmm.
Toliwa, you see the small blade that's piercing the giant beast's heart. Do you wanna try to plunge it all the way in?
Sure.
Go for it. Strength.
What would that? Still strength? Aye.
9. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna give you options. Either
Okay.
you fail and the beast gets free. Either you succeed, but the beast is gonna get an attack. Or, let's see. You will succeed, but you will collapse as he is getting up, and you might crush the hero underneath you.
Second option.
So you're trading blows.
Yes.
Okay, you pierce through the second heart. The beast screams out in pain, and it lashes out violently with its mouth, biting into your neck, dealing 98 damage to you.
Okay. I ain't dead yet.
You still alive? Wow.
Yeah! 14 health, bitches!
Hey Alexander, why don't you heal her?
I die fighting!
Roderick, roll plus dex to try and hang on while all this mess is going on.
She's still got shed, she'll be fine.
Fine, good job. Right, so you're starting to make it your way to the last heart, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear the Fateweaver's voice inside your head. Roderick, why do you still persist? Have you not had enough? Why won't you just stay down?
Because everything you've done, all the people you've killed, they must have justice. I don't care if you're a god. They will have their revenge. And he's gonna, keep doing it, and he's gonna start powering himself up. I will die to see you dead.
Pathetic, insignificant speck. How dare you raise your fists against me? You are nothing but a puppet, as I am the father of the necromancer. I too am your father. Why do you try to stop me? Fool! Do you not know what I can offer you? You wish to get your people back. I will bring them all back for you. Do
You'll
you not
destroy
care about their fate?
Don't ever say that. I love my people. I love my wife. And she died because of you. That's
She
why.
died because of
Dad.
the necromancer, and yet you're here fighting on her behalf.
I just don't answer and say, that's why, father, you're a deadbeat. And he's
He
gonna...
lets out an angry roar, and he's trying to stop you from reaching his heart. And since you're very small compared to him, he's probably gonna wreck your shit if somebody doesn't help you.
I'm a giant dragon, so. I don't
Go
know.
for it. Roll plus con to try and defend him.
Oh, me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh. There you go.
Okay, you manage to tank the blows. Roderick, you make your way to where the heart is.
You just see it again. Spike and compress. And he gets like an ethereal, but this time he gets an ethereal, like, scythe, and it's gonna go... whew, and I'm gonna kill myself. He just looks at everybody and says, thanks, guy. It's been a pleasure. And he's going...
So Roderick plunges his heart inside the beast's chest, ripping towards its heart and trying to break it with its fist, yanking the very life out of it. The beast lets out a deafening roar as it comes crashing down into the rubble beneath you. You see Roderick's armor slowly beginning to chip apart and break into pieces as his very essence is being ripped apart. Roderick is slowly fading. His essence is going away. He is dying.
Alexander moves up towards him. Is this how you want it?
Don't you get it? He starts laughing. I can finally see everyone I've lost. Yes, Alexander. This is how it's going to end. But you have to keep on. You idiot.
You shouldn't say that to a hero. He's gonna hold out his arm, making a gesture.
Oh, I'm still like grasping the thing. And
Yeah,
I'm just like,
your physical form is slowly fading, but you're not gone yet. Roderick,
and I just,
in your final moments, you see
I shake his
a
hand.
sight that's probably going to haunt you for what few moments you have left, as you realize that you once again failed.
I know.
The beast suddenly laughs as it starts waking up and getting back up. Goodbye,
Oh no,
Roderick.
you don't, bitch!
Wait for it. Goodbye, Roderick. Disappear, knowing that for all your strength, all your conviction, it amounts to nothing. And Roderick, then you see it. There is no soul inside it. It's definitely dead. What's keeping it alive is the power it got back. The artifact is inside its body. And the
Alexander.
beast is starting to mend its wound and getting back up.
Alexander.
Bitch.
The
He's not-
Fateweaver got his power back.
Alexander. The artifact. And then he's gonna, I guess, die.
Taliwa, you rolled a 12. You wanna attack it?
Yeah!
Go for it.
Alexander's gonna
Alright.
go. Don't
He doesn't
worry.
get an attack opportunity. You knock him back and buy yourself some breathing room. If you don't transform back, I think the 1 minute's probably over. So you should go back to your normal form.
No.
It's not.
Wait, yeah.
By the way, Alexander, the mark on your hand is flashing. Can you see that someone's standing next to you? And he also has a flashing mark.
Huh. So, I guess it's time for us then, huh?
You ready? Don't chicken out on me now.
Please. By the way, Alexander gives a small wave to Roderick as he disappears. He's gonna go. Don't worry. We'll take care of this.
Let's do this one for your friend. And he raises his fist towards you.
He offers the same.
After you fist bump, a gale of wind blasts through you guys and he starts charging forward.
Alexander's gonna do the same.
Fools, you can't stop me. Not anymore. He opens his giant mouth to consume them. Taliwa, you said you're still in dragon form. You gonna do something?
Yeah! Fight!
Oh my god! Perfect rolls all around. Jesus fucking Christ. Taliwa, as this...
Wait, I didn't roll yet.
Isn't that your 12?
There you
Now
go,
it
she got
is.
12 again!
Wow!
12, 12,
Wow!
12,
What the fuck?
She uppercuts him
That's
before he
literally
gets us.
impossible. What the fuck? That's cheating. Taliwa. As this giant beast opens its giant mouth to consume the two heroes, you literally blindside him from the side and rip into his neck as payback for what he did to your neck.
Yeah!
You
I'm still
literally
bleeding.
fling him around like a rag doll and immobilize him as the two heroes get ready to strike.
I still have
Alexander,
to ask.
your hero power doesn't need a roll. So yeah, you will automatically hit.
And remember, I still got that damage buff I put on myself before as well. I haven't used it yet.
Oh yeah, does the acid damage, like, continue?
It doesn't matter, it just did more damage when he was striking you, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Right, Alexander and Siegfried both use their most powerful skill to strike the giant beast down. They basically slap it down. Sit the fuck down, boy. BAM! There's an earth-shattering explosion as the beast collapses to the ground. But it's not dead. The artifact is way stronger than the heart that you guys destroyed. So the beast immediately starts getting back up, and that's where Barnet jumps in as well. He seems a little scorched, but thanks to Ugo Senpai again rolling a 10 and holding the beast down, he enters the fray as well. As the shard gets revealed, both Alexander and Siegfried clamp down on both arms of the beast and pin the giant beast down as Barnet shoots himself forward like a bullet and pierces the artifact with his blade. As he does that, the last of the great heroic blades, the last remains of Argos, bursts and shatters, along with the artifact inside the beast. The artifact is shattered into small shards again, and the giant beast begins to bellow and wail in his dying cries, cursing in anger and disbelief at what just happened. After another deafening scream, it bursts out into giant flames that engulf everything around you guys. Luckily,
Can I shield them?
yeah, luckily Taliwa manages to shield you guys from the blast, but a huge chunk of the city just became scorched and destroyed as if a nuke had just fell here.
We did it.
I
Roger
wanted
comes
to
back.
die. Damn it! I was so close. Why didn't you deal more damage?
No, I did as much damage as I could.
I'm talking to Eva. Why didn't you have the other guy do more damage? I was
Hey,
so close.
I just roll what happens, man. It's not my
I was
fault.
so close. I was so close.
By the way, Roderick, thanks to the Necromancer, you were given a few more moments in this world, so you managed to see the end. You see your friend standing victorious over the slain beast.
So I didn't fail. That's what I'm thinking. And I just start laughing. You can just hear it super loudly.
As you're slowly, disappearing, the Necromancer stays in your shadow and slowly disappears. What you see in front of you, Roderick, is a bright light. Death is just to the side, waiting for you to pass. On the other end, you see your family, you see your countrymen, you see your kingdom, and they're all waiting for you. They're waiting for you so they can celebrate together.
I'm gonna take my helmet off. And I guess I don't look human to them, but I feel human to myself. I mean, I guess that's what I'm thinking. And he's just gonna grin and look at everybody, and just says, "Well done, you dumbass." And he's gonna look at Alexander, and you short stuff. And then he's gonna start like turning into ash.
Alexander gives a small salute by pounding his chest with his mark.
Where Roderick took his dying breath and disappeared, there's just what remains is just his blade, his heirloom left behind. It's all scorched and battered and broken, showing the scars of all the strife and conflicts he went through. And on the handle, there's just one flag that's slowly waving in the wind, the banner of the lions, as a reminder to the last lion who fell.
Goodbye, Roger.
Somewhere up on the walls, while you guys are still recovering, you see that a fated confrontation after all these years is also coming to an end. As both brothers, as both heroes who see the world differently, are fighting on the walls to the bitter end. With Barnet, who suffered more grievous wounds, it seems that he is losing the fight against his brother Marcus.
I don't think there's anything we can do. We're spent.
No, wait, that's wrong. Never mind. What is it?
Oh no, wrong music. Oh no, ending ruined.
What a way to go, though. Holy shit.
So yeah, you guys are just watching the final moments as both brothers are fighting each other to the death.
I mean, honestly, this is a duel between them. I know I'm not there, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let's see how that fight will end. Ooh, that's a nasty hit. Marcus lands a very deadly blow on Barrett, but he refuses to fall. Give up, brother. I'm stronger than you. My cause is just. Your time is over. Barrett just smirks defiantly in his usual manner. One duty of the strongest is to vacate his seat for the next to bear that title. However, my time has not yet come. If you want my power, then take it by force with all your might, brother. Don't hold back. You may be putting up a great show, but I can feel it. It seems there is still hesitation in you as well. And they continue to fight each other for a while. Let's see what happens next. They continue fighting. Let's see. Oh, interesting. By the way, while you guys are down there, somebody comes to pay their respect to the grave that Roderick left behind. It's actually undead skeleton. It's basically a medium for the necromancer to be there, because she can't come in her physical form.
Alexander peers over and he's gonna ask, do you think we did it?
That depends on what you mean, Alexander. This is not a battle of who is right and who is wrong. Most battles are just battles of who survives.
I mean, did we save the world?
I'm sorry, Alexander, but I cannot give you an answer that would satisfy you. All things come to an end. Sooner or later. What you have done today has simply prolonged the inevitable. But if you believe what you've done is right, then that is all you can hope for. She looks up towards the hero ephemeral and just says, we exist to hurt each other. Dreams, hearts, worlds, family. As long as we exist, we will continue to mutually hurt each other. We are bound by fate. What you killed was not a Fateweaver. The last Fateweaver died long, long ago. But my creator took its place. However, fate is still afoot. Even if there are no Fateweavers left, we are still bound by our fates.
But what about us?
You are different. You will continue to exist because I have willed it. But that too has its limits. If you think that you can change this world and you wish to do so, try. That's the best anyone can do.
A hero outside of fate. Thank you. That actually gives me hope.
Hope. A word I'm not familiar with. But hopefully, when this conflict is over, she's still looking up on the walls, you will not lose yours.
He nods. Thank you for everything.
The battle on the walls is coming to an end. Both brothers are bleeding and they're very tired, breathing heavily as they're clashing with each other. It looks like they're both pretty much. It looks like the next attack is gonna decide everything. The hero of Emeron smirks and just says and laughs it off. You look tired, brother. Why don't you take a break? His brother actually smiles and counters with, there are two things a man must never do in his life: break a promise and look bad in front of a woman. Oh, I see you've improved on your back talking. It's sure nostalgic from back in the day. Oh, you mean when you used to steal my girlfriends and my money? Oh yeah, those were the times. They continue to laugh as they're trading blows. Let's see who wins.
I think it may be quite clear. Not every story has a happy ending.
Barnett manages to disarm his opponent, and once again his blade is at the throat of his brother. I'm hearing weird sounds, please remove them. Okay, there we go. Barnett smirks as he's holding the blade to his brother's neck, but once again he can't strike the final blow. He just can't bring himself to do it. He just smirks with a reluctant grin on his face. I guess at the end of the day, I'm still a coward. And his brother says, you're not a coward. You had a reason. If fighting takes bravery, so does turning away. You should understand that if you are to lead people. But then again, you never learned what that means. As Marcus says that, he pulls out a knife from his back pocket and hurls it at Barnett. Barnett doesn't move, he just accepts it, and the dagger pierces into his chest. Barnett drops his blade and kills backwards. Marcus, who's standing over his brother, grabs him by the hair and lifts him up a little bit. You always wanted to be the adventurous type, to never take responsibility for your actions. You never truly cared for those around you. That's why you never cared for those that you left behind. I always had to pick up the pieces behind you. I was the one that had to make the ugly choices. I was the one that had to lead the people when there was no hope left. And for that, I am branded the villain here. Look at all the destruction you caused once again. Once again, this is all your fault and those idiots for helping you, brother. You have always made the wrong decisions. You have always been a failure. That's why the Argonauts never chose you. That's why they chose me. He lets go of Barnett, who collapses, and Marcus stands on top of the wall, and he removes his gauntlet. He then looks over towards you, Taliwa and Alexander, and he screams at you, Alexander. You see this? The man that you looked up to all these years? I am the true hero of Emeron. What do you think about this, Alexander? Take a look around. Look at what you brought. Look at all this destruction. Look at everything you caused. And for what? Why? Why was this necessary?
Alexander peers around at this city. Peers around at all the destruction and the far
Aren't
mountains.
you a hero? Weren't you gonna save everybody? Go ahead. Save them. Save everybody, Alexander. Go ahead.
He's gonna look up and he says, do you know the meaning of that mark?
Of course I do. I've bore it all my life. I know its responsibility. What would you know about it? I have led this world for years. I have been through wars, and I have seen it at its worst. I have seen it at its best. I am the only one that can save this world.
And yet you put it in danger. You formed the artifact and were betrayed.
Sacrifices must be made. You should know that better than anyone, and he looks towards Siegfried, who is down on one knee and tired. Your family are the ones that would always clash with the rest. You know better than anyone that sacrifices must be made for the better good sometimes. Siegfried doesn't answer.
A true hero wouldn't allow any sacrifices.
And yet, look at all the sacrifices around you, Alexander. Is this not a testimony to your failure?
He takes a look around. You may be right about my failure. I should have been stronger. I should have been able to defend everyone. And that is what I plan to do. This mark holds great significance. But there are those without it that deserve replacement just as much as I. And because of that, I will keep going stronger. I will keep defending people. And one day, no one will be hurt.
Such arrogance. As you're saying that, a shadow looms behind him. It's actually Barnett who's back on his feet. Apparently, his brother didn't manage to finish him off. As Marcus starts turning around, Barnett buries the dagger that was in his chest inside Marcus's gut. He then leans forward and he whispers to him, but fuck it, you'll get to hear what he says anyway, because it's more fun like that.
I have also wind power, so...
We are of different mothers. We were not born together. We were not raised together. But this is the end. This is where we die. And at least here, we will be together, brother. As Barnett says that, with the blade still inside Marcus's gut, he pushes both of them over the edge, and they both start falling from the wall. It's like a 100-meter drop, so it's certain death.
Talila!
Yeah.
Catch them.
You guys are exhausted. Come on.
She's still in her form.
Well, Talila is
can-
still going strong in her form, but you're not an Elder Dragon, you turned back. Your minute's up.
I can still be a dragon.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can turn into a normal one if you want.
You're very fast.
Super fast.
Okay, you've got one hold. So you wanna catch them while they're falling?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You can spend your hold doing that and bring them down.
Okay. I do that.
Alexander's gonna walk up.
They're both gravely wounded.
Two brothers of different minds. Instead of working together, you faced off.
By the way, because of all the power that was released here, another another world fracture is appearing, just like with the giant dragon that shattered the previous world that you were at. And since a world fracture is about to happen, the boundary and this world are becoming connected for a short time before there's a giant implosion. So the necromancer actually manages to appear in form, and she's just silently observing.
He's
Continue.
standing over the brothers, unsure of what to do. And then he raises his hand once more, and he goes, I have always thought that I would never kill anyone. That being a hero was just like in the stories. Yet so much harder.
And the necromancer says, no real hero is as clean and well cut as in the stories.
However, even so, even after all I've seen, even after feeling the despair of war from the sword, seeing the world die once, I believe in one truth above all else. I believe in second chances. For both this world and its people.
The necromancer says to you, Alexander, You can. Marcus is right, Alexander. You can save the world today, tomorrow, but one day you will be gone. You cannot stop the inevitable.
Isn't that the point? The point of all heroes. Of Siegfried. Of me. Of them. The point isn't to simply save the world forever. It's to show that we are strong enough to postpone it. To show our will to fight that inevitable defeat. And the hope that one day, just one day, we would not have to fight because of it.
As this is happening, the world is continuing to fracture. It's like glass breaking everywhere around you guys. You have no idea what's gonna happen next. You see memories, events, spirits, everything starting to converge into one giant mess. And where the brothers are lying, you see flashbacks from their past, how they're fighting together, how they're arguing, how they're spending their time. A very cute moment where Barnett has lost all his money and the shirt on his back gambling, and goes to his brother and says, "Hey bro, I'm not gonna tell you I need money, but can I borrow your coin back," and stuff like that. And Marcus always been the responsible one who has to pick up the pieces after his brother, who's very reckless and stuff like that. Eventually, you see Marcus's deepest desires. How much he grieved after killing his brother, and how much it pained him to realize that that's the only way that he can achieve his goal. And his goal was to use the artifact to not just kill the Fateweaver and betray the Fateweaver and kill him, but actually use it to kill all the mages of the Seventh Sanctum and reborn the world without them, so that the world can truly have a new beginning.
Alexander is actually going down and he's going to make sure that they're not bleeding out because I got bandages and the like, but he's still talking. He's like, and that's why we do it. Heroes are not only here to fight or to kill or even just to defend people. We're a symbol of hope that tomorrow will come. And I think I finally discovered what my name will be as a hero.
As you try to touch them, you manage to pierce into some of their inner thoughts, and you get to pierce into Marx's. You know what alternative realities and multiverse theories are, right? And you see all his plans of how he was going to reshape the world and change it for what he believes would be best. Suppose for a moment that you could witness them, all the possibilities of all the infinite worlds, and in all of those which you found happiness and fulfillment, the world gets destroyed. Would you sacrifice yourself if it was for the rest of the world? Would you single-handedly walk down a dark path all alone so everyone else can live their bright futures? Self-sacrifice is easy. What if the person you have to sacrifice is not yourself, but the one you care for most in this world? Can you do that? That was the choice Marcus felt. He had to sacrifice the one person he cared for the most, which was his brother. And he was willing to go that far to change the world and save it.
Alexander, after patching him up and seeing that, he's gonna finally stand up on his feet.
By the way, you patching him up doesn't help him at all. His condition is too critical. He's clinging on to his life, last breath of life. He's dying.
What, even with a full health potion? Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, nothing works. It's too late for that.
He's gonna stand up and he's gonna go... Well, looks like there's a lot to see, isn't there? He's looking around at all the fractures.
What would a hero be in this world? Should he fight against evil and make the world a better place? Should he fight for what is right or what is popular? Should he fight against that which makes us happy even though it slowly destroys us? If he were to fight for what is popular, must he abandon his own cognition of the difference between right and wrong? Should he be the hero of the world but the villain in his own mind? Should he try to fight for every man while being apart by being torn apart by the difference and trying to bridge them? Or should he ally with one side and be the villain to the rest? The true hero is the angel amongst the demons, he who is different and hated by everyone while doing the right thing even when there is opposition. Just think about it. If there were a real hero, what would we expect of him, and what should he do to be that hero? You pierce into Barnett's mind, and you feel that in Barnett's mind, Marcus is indeed the true the true embodiment of what a hero should have been for this world, even though he wanted to destroy it. In the end, nobody quite understood each other like the brothers themselves. A hero is an ideal. He never wavers. He is invulnerable. He never loses. Carrying such a heavy burden is not something such a weak, short wimp like you can do. Now suddenly their consciousness merges and starts bickering with each other. I guess where we both failed, perhaps the next generation can succeed, which is Alexander and Siegfried. Both brothers now spent and dying spend their last moments together. And once again, Marcus, in his usual manner, takes responsibility for everything. And his spirit looks towards the necromancer. Take me, leave him behind. It's best this way. I'll take responsibility. Barnett is too weak. He's pretty much at death's door, so he doesn't argue. Marcus is actually way more in a little bit of a better condition.
Well, yeah,
The
he didn't
necromancer doesn't answer, she just nods and accepts the trade-off. Marcus looks down towards his brother even though he can't hear him. You know, for all the trouble you caused, I loved you, brother. And I've never felt such pain as the day I had to take your life. And I never felt such pain as the day I had to dig your grave. I hope that nobody has to experience that pain ever again. But I know better. This world, it may survive today, but it won't survive tomorrow. It will eventually end. Things will repeat. People will suffer again. People will continue to suffer. For that is our existence, one of constant, endless suffering. I am going ahead. But don't hurry. Don't follow me yet. I'll be waiting for you. So don't hurry back. Marcus dies out from his wounds, and part of his spiritual energy enters inside Barnett, stabilizing him and saving his life for the moment. The necromancer looks towards the shattering frames in the world and says, "There is little time left. This world will break. All your work will be for nothing, unless we stop the fracture."
Alexander nods.
At this point, since the barrier between the boundary and this world is lifted, the White Knight and Shibukawa are here, and Shibukawa looks extremely pissed. He lost his best friend, so he's very unamused right now. He's actually at Roderick's grave, and he's just staring down at the grave with his hands in his pockets.
Like
The
that, okay.
feels.
Roderick, since the boundaries have broken, you actually managed to manifest your spirit for a while. If there's anything else you want to say, or we should leave your good moment for what it is.
To
It was a
Obi-Wan
good
Kenobi.
moment. But I guess he walks out and
Both spirits and dead people begin to gather in this place. Since it's pretty much like a black hole, a lot of impossibilities manage to happen in this one space.
Okay, yeah, Roderick actually comes out and he's in like, white armor with the banners of his
You're
men.
now in your human form, and the Lions of Endor and the King are with you.
Yeah, and he comes out and he's gonna look at Shibukawa. I don't say anything to Shibukawa, but because words don't need spoken. But he just gives him a thumbs up and just walks over to Alexander. And I think on his side is his wife, but she doesn't really. I mean, she won't say anything because we're just happy we're together. And he just looks at Alexander and says, "Not bad for a dumbass."
Thanks for those
The
being your last
necromancer
words.
hangs her head and she looks sad again.
And I look at her and say, "Why are you sad?"
In the end, once again, there is nothing I can do but watch another world fracture and disappear. So as you can imagine, she's probably seen it many times, and she's gonna continue to see it many more times until there's nothing left. Uh, like uh, the Invoker of Time told you, she is the one true immortal being in this existence.
She can't.
So
She
even
can't
after
die.
everything disappears, she will be left all alone. Again.
I look at Alexander and say, "We need to do something. You need to do something." I can't. Looks at his wife.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah. By the way, I PM'd you. I
About that,
Oh.
the shards of the remaining artifact are still there. And yes, since they were purified with divine magic, Alexander, you can use them and your mark.
Alexander goes over. No, actually, he just simply uses the wind to bring the shards to him, into his hand. And he's holding them. He's like, as I said before, I have named myself. I know it's a bit arrogant, but I think it's fitting. He's gonna walk closer to the necromancer. I have called myself the hero of fate. And I have decided that this world's fate is not over. And he's gonna start doing the little chant. He's basically using the power of the gems and his mark to stop the fracture. He's gonna set things right.
The only physical bodies here are that of Barnett, who's unconscious, the necromancer who cannot intervene, Siegfried, who is absolutely spent and can't help you. You don't have enough power. Tali was the only one left if she wants to help you.
I'll help.
Both of you roll a 1d100. Wow, good job. Nobody has to die. That's good enough.
Damn it!
I barely made it. It was like 50%. And I was
All
like, oh.
that power, all that malice, hatred, rage. You feel all of the Fateweaver's emotions. He was the first to felt this world's loneliness. He was a being of absolute power, one that because of his power became a prisoner of it, just like the necromancer is now. In his madness, he developed all the 7 tomes of power, and one of them, the tome of darkness. In his loneliness and isolation, he gave life and created the necromancer, so he would not be alone. But in time, his powers grew exponentially, and even that was not alone. And thus, he was once again isolated, driven by madness, rage and hate. He wanted to put a stop. Maybe the necromancer will one day follow in his steps. But that will not be this day. He was a being of ultimate sacrifice that cursed the world, that made him what he was. And now that very same power that he hated is gonna be used to give this world a chance as the fracture begins to disappear and the world begins to stabilize.
I'm just gonna watch Alexander and I'm smiling proudly.
As the boundary and this world are starting to get ripped apart, the necromancer leaves. Shibukawa and the White Knight who are still stuck in the boundary disappear as well. And all the spirits that have gathered slowly begin to fade once again. This world belongs to the living, so let only the living remain.
As he
says
disappears,
the necromancer as she leaves.
I say, "Of course, my lady. One last thing." And he's gonna draw his sword. It's not like his two-handed sword, and just salute, the two of them and say, "All hail the hero of fate and the little child who who saved the world." And he's gonna start fading again.
From the shadows that disappear, a shining beacon of light bursts forward. The world returns to normal, and because of Taliwa's presence and her power, the world will slowly starts to recover. It will take years, decades. With the news of this battle soon going to start to spread, there is no telling how this would affect the world and all the kingdoms that have been under the thumb of the Steel King, of the hero of Emerald. Though the world may never know the truth of what happened, some remain that will know, and they will carry that legacy with them. The population slowly starts to return towards the city, and they usher their heroes that saved them from the giant beast, not knowing the truth of what really transpired that day, not knowing about the true sacrifices that were made.
By the way, he actually he looks around. Is everything like relatively calm now? What about the gems in his hand? What do they look like? Are they just dust
The
now?
artifact was spent and it shattered, disappearing.
He brushes the dust off for a moment. And he looks over to the leader and smiles brightly.
So does that mean I'm disowned?
It's like, yeah, it's like. They just made me laugh now. It's like,
By the way, at this point you see Siegfried is already at the crowd and says, "Yep, all me. Remember the name, Siegfried."
Alexander picks
And
up a
the
rock and
people start
tosses it at
screaming
him.
his name.
He's gonna toss it at one of his legs. Stop stealing my thunder! After he tossed the rock,
Siegfried
he's
turns
just...
back to him and for a change of pace, he actually cracks a smile and he gives you a thumbs up.
Alexander's just gonna grin away and he's gonna give him a dismissive wave.
He just goes, "Huh, cocky bastard," as he smirks. His cloak wavers in the wind and he disappears into the crowd, off to his next adventure. At this point, Barrett starts waking up and he's sitting down, trying to catch his breath. Well now, look at that. All the people are starting to cheer you and Taliu, and he's just looking from the side. The people don't notice him since he's near the rubble. He's just smiling as he watches you guys.
So, Tarita, how do you like the feeling of being a hero?
As long as I'm a greater hero than you, then I'm fine with it.
Somebody else laughs apart from Alexander. It's actually Mia who's standing right behind you guys. Yeah, you forgot about her, but there she is. I like her. She's cute. Hey, are you single? She picks you up. She picks you up in her arm, Taliwa, and nuzzles against you.
Hey,
Fucking love it.
no stealing my sidekick or my girlfriend, you two.
Hey! I am not a sidekick, you little shit.
Maya starts laughing. You know, you guys are a bunch of fun. So, where's our next adventure gonna be?
Oh, you're coming with us now? I thought you were more of a lone wolf type.
Yeah, well, you guys have so much fun. I decided, what the hell, maybe I'll join you guys.
Well, it's a long road back home, and I hear my sister's gained quite a reputation for being powerful.
There you are. Suddenly a chill runs up and down your spine as you realize there's someone behind you. Again. Alexander, it's your sister. And she's huffing and puffing. She looks very sexually frustrated and very pissed. I've been looking for you for so many years. Time for punishment.
The hero of fate is gone! And with that he just dashes
Get back
away.
here! Maya laughs. What about you, Taliwa? Should we follow him?
I don't see why not.
Sidekick, save me!
Maya laughs as she holds Taliwa and she runs after you guys. Leaving behind Barrett, who's still sitting down, and the two girls, Lily and Valerie, who go back to his side. And since they're the serious types, they just apologize for what happened, and he just brushes it off and laughs again. Just says, there's something about that girl. I wonder who she was. And Valerie and Lily both look at him. They just very disgusted. Going after fox girls again, huh? It's not like that. Yeah, he never did learn about the fact that she might be his daughter.
Let's just end the game with the sun, and you see the flag of my kingdom. There you go. That's how it's gonna go.
And the picture in the background, of course, of Alexander being chased away.
Just a sec. And
They
thus,
all want to beat him up.
our little story comes to a close, with the world still shrouded in uncertainty. One thing is for certain though, the new generation is going to pick up the pieces from what remains, and they're gonna have to build a bright new future for themselves. Or perhaps Marcus was right all along, and this world cannot be saved anymore. All the fractures that were caused by the Fateweaver's artifact still remain, and many worlds are still intertwined, and thus so are their fates. Nobody knows what the future holds, as it was intended to be, for there is no being that should have the power to control the fates of others. The Fateweaver was just a myth, a legend, and thus, with time, he should be forgotten. Because once he is truly forgotten, his crimes will be forgotten as well. Some things are best left forgotten. As the hero of Emerald and his brother, their fates, what befell them, and what their actions wrought. There are those that will always remember the lessons they learned there, and hopefully they will use them to guide the future generations. But perhaps for the best. Much of that should also be forgotten. An ending should never be sad, because it's simply another beginning. And those stories, those fates, those people and those words left unsaid and undone, perhaps they were, perhaps they will be, in another place, in another time. One thing's for certain, this world would not be here today if it wasn't for the actions of many brave men and women, many of who gave their lives for the greater good. Just like any generation needs new heroes, it also needs visionaries. Those left behind will continue their work. And there we go, my random speech that I totally didn't prepare for, so I was grasping at straws for what to say. Let's wait for the music to end. There we go. Perfect ending. Shut up. Perfect. There we go. So our short but sweet story comes to an abrupt end. But that is to no one's surprise. Because, as the necromancer said it best, yeah, the end. Nobody can stop the end. Because ultimately, nobody knew why it would come to an end. What started off as a great hero winning a great war ended with two brothers fighting to the death and new hope blossoming because of it. And Alexander's nose is gonna grow so fucking big after this.
I bet you he can't even walk.
Yeah, his arrogance is just gonna be insane. It's a good thing Talia will survive so she can keep him in check when she becomes a master of all and time and creation.
That was a
Yeah, good
badass way to go out. I'm happy how it ended for him. He finally got to die.
I was so close to death.
Well, fuck you. You can't die.
She just loves pain and suffering and misery and death. That's why. Don't listen to her. She's just a junkie for that shit.
I had 14 health. I was so close.
No.
In dragon form, I had 14, and I had 4 health in regular form.
No,
Nah,
I
you're
get to
fine.
die. Not you.
Ah, coises.
So yeah, we skipped unfortunately a lot of good stories that I wanted to tell, but here we are at the end. So
They
I
may
hope
be
you guys
told another
had-
time.
Wink,
hope.
wink, Alexander, who's gonna have a campaign coming up soon. Wink, wink.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. Get ready for a very, very brief epilogue.
Oh, I remember this music.
Oh yeah.
We haven't been in
And
this tavern for a long time.
Yeah, by the way,
Flashback.
Alexander, you have just come back home from one of your many adventures and you're kind of tired because you've been going all over the place. As you're sitting down to enjoy your drink, you see two guys that are getting up to leave the bar, talking to each other. Dude, I'm getting a serious case of deja vu. Dude, really, you too? Yeah, man, it feels like all the taverns we visit, no matter where we go, are all the same and they all play the same music. It's so weird, man, I'm tripping out. Yeah, man, it's weird. And they leave the tavern.
That is weird.
As you're enjoying the drink, Alexander, somebody suddenly snatches... as you're about to drink your beer, somebody suddenly snatches it from your arm and you hear them gulping it down behind you.
Oi, what are you doing? He turns around.
As you turn around, you see Maya finishing your drink and she's smiling at you as she puts the glass down. Hey there, stranger. Heading my way?
I suppose. But, you know...
She laughs as
could
she
use
grabs
another
you by the hand and yanks you up. Let's go.
But my drink... He says that, but he's actually following after.
And with that, she yanks you and you guys leave the tavern together to have many more adventures together. Because apparently you attract a lot of trouble and she likes trouble. So hey, it works out in the end, who knew?
Where's my
Roderick.
sidekick?
You suddenly get a visit from an old friend. Hey there, Roderick. I must admit, I had great expectations for your dying breath. And I must admit, you truly surpassed all my expectations. I thoroughly enjoyed watching your life unfold.
I'm glad someone had enjoyment from that. He says as he's like sitting down. Is there anything else you need? Or you just came here to gloat that you enjoyed me dying a second time?
Oh, no, Roderick. After you presented me with such a glorious sight, I came to give you a little something. He offers you a vision through the eyes of the necromancer, since death can't enter the physical realm either. You see through the necromancer's eyes. It's the future. You don't know when, you don't know how, but you definitely see what's happening. In the ruins where your kingdom once laid, now a new kingdom is being built and it's flourishing. And there, the ones being honored are the lions that you led. They will be remembered for what they've done.
He has a big smile and says, "You know what, Death? You're not that big of an asshole that I thought."
Oh, thanks. You're not that much of an asshole either.
Well, you don't know me that well.
Haha, Death laughs.
Thanks for that.
So, why are you wasting your time here with me? Don't you have a family to get back to? He says that as he disappears and you see your loving life is waiting in the distance waving to you and some of your friends.
He just smiles and said, "Yes. Yes, I do." And he's gonna start walking towards them, waving.
Talua, with the human druid, you eventually manage to become strong enough and master and tame the powers of nature. You help her prevent herself from going berserk. The world stabilizes and it will live. However, your fate is different. And
Choices!
in time, Aulafar comes to collect you. The time has come to Lua.
It's not like I have a choice.
It's time for you to fulfill your part in this destiny as well.
Don't like it.
He removes his helmet, and you see his power start to sip away from him. He gives you his scepter, and his power starts transferring into you. When that happens, he becomes smaller and weaker, and you actually recognize him as one of the people that you know back from your world. When your father would come back from his work to oversee your rituals, he always had a friend over with him to help you master and control your powers. It was actually him.
Aw.
He smiles at you weakly and says, "If your father could see you now, he would be very proud. As for your mother, she will always be with you." And he points towards the necklace around your neck. Just as you have protected these people, she will always protect you.
Aw. I mean, I guess I'll do my best as timekeeper.
Slowly he disappears, by the way. Since he relinquished his powers, he dies.
Wait,
Totally
how long do I have to be the timekeeper?
As he's fading away, he says, "Until you find someone worthy to take over." And that won't be easy.
Hey Alex, you wanna be the timekeeper?
Sorry, adventuring.
Damn it!
And there we go, guys. The end.
Yay.
My sidekick is Master of Time. Goodbye, everyone. It's been a trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
See
hey,
you
wait.
guys.
You
Mhm.
can't get to have the final words. I get to have the final words. You still recording?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's me, the GM. Haha! If you've listened so far and haven't skipped ahead, because if you do that, you're an asshole. Just kidding. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the story, even though it was rushed at the ending and stuff, like, hope you liked it, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. We'll be continuing with another campaign shortly, and I'll actually be a player this time around. Yay! So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, yeah, I hope you had had fun with our short campaign and all that, and perhaps we'll see you in another world, in another time, at a different fate. Who knows?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.